Are you serious? Are you serious? I am very serious. Get some coffee just for a moment. Calm down. But we have Mike from around the world has responded. I told you when he did, I would tell you that he has, and he did. Let me first, and I've got some other stuff. Okay, so first let me say this. GetOliveOne.com/Paul. That's GetOliveOne.com/Paul. Listen, would you believe it if I told you this? Inside your pantry, probably right now, is one of the healthiest foods on the planet. Yep, it is true, and it's not some weird, trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it is olive oil. That's right. You're probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, that famous cardiologist, he's a surgeon, he's a nutrition expert, health advocate. This guy can do it all. But you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking a shot of it every day or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cabinet. You need olive oil. And not just any olive oil, okay? You got to get the best kind. And the olive oil industry is huge. There's a lot of different brands out there. So what Dr. Stephen Gundry wants you to do, he came to the realization, he was appalled by all the different watered-down olive oil there is, and he wants you to have the right kind. You need the real stuff. And he explains it to you. If you click on that link below this video, getoliveone.com/Paul. That's getoliveone.com/Paul. Learn about it. You'll be glad that you did. All right. So there's a couple things going on. First of all, there's secret meetings. This just broke 8 minutes ago. Can I print it out? Give me a second to look here. Sorry about that. It's happening so fast. I wanted to get on here. Plus, Mike around the world response. I told you I would tell you if he responded, okay? And he did, and it's on Patreon. No way to read this to you. No way to read this to you on YouTube. No. But here's what I can say. The U.S. is holding secret talks with Hamas. Folks, listen to me closely because there's some connections here, okay? I'll be careful how I say that. There's some connections here. The Trump administration has been conducting secret talks. Okay, 7 minutes ago, this just came out. The Trump administration has been conducting secret talks with the militant Palestinian group called Hamas in an effort to secure the release of U.S. hostages still being held in Gaza. Two sources briefed on the conversations are reporting to the news media. U.S. hostage affairs envoy Adam Boehler has the authority from President Trump to negotiate directly with Hamas. The White House said, and they've asked about discussions. When they were asked about discussions, they said, yes, we're talking directly to Hamas, which that is different than what we've normally been doing. We've normally been doing it in coordination with the Israelis. But things are changing. Things are definitely changing. And danger is lurking. Boehler and Hamas officials are meeting. The U.S. said that ever since the radical Islamic group Hamas attacked Israel in that cross-border raid on October 7, 2023, triggering what's now a devastating war in the Holy Land, the U.S. State Department has designated Hamas, of course, a terror organization back in 1997. So we've known this. But the previous U.S. role was helping to try to secure a ceasefire and hostage release in coordination with the Israelis for a deal in the Gaza conflict. We've been dealing with the Israelis and Qatar and the Egyptian mediators. But, okay, so we've been working as a team. But President Trump has decided to break away from that strategy for a minute he's still going to keep working for an end to the war, but specifically, he wants to get the American hostages out of there, no matter what, because it is not looking good. When it comes to negotiations, listen, we're using a special envoy now. We're engaging in direct conversation with Hamas on behalf of the American hostages that are still there. Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary, told reporters, she said Israel was consulted about this. They did not indicate whether this was before or after the talks, but we have told them what we're doing. And as part of President Donald Trump's good faith effort to do what's right for the American people, he has decided he's got to get those American hostages out of there now. The Israeli government and its embassy in Washington have no comment about this secret meetings. They're not talking about it, but they're both aware, of course. The Americans' lives are at stake. The sources said that talks have focused on gaining the release of the American hostages still being held in Gaza, but one said they also have included discussions about a broader deal to release all remaining hostages and how to reach a truce. Carolyn Levitt also was asked whether the talks with Hamas also included Trump's controversial proposal for the U.S. to take over the Gaza Strip. He suggested last month in that war ravage and to take over Gaza to help transform it into the Riviera of the Middle East style resort after the inhabitants of Gaza would be resettled elsewhere, an idea that has been immediately rejected by Arab world and condemned by the human rights groups around the world. These are ongoing talks and discussions, she said. I'm not going to detail them to you, but there are major discussions going on, and there are American lives at stake. One of the sources said the effort includes an attempt to gain the release of Eden Alexander of Tenafly, New Jersey, believed to be the last living American hostage held by Hamas. He appeared in a video published by Hamas in November of 2024. 4 other U.S. hostages have already been declared dead by the Israeli authorities. So there's 5 U.S. hostages in Gaza. 4 of them are dead. There's only 1 that's still alive, and we're trying to get him. Now, Jonathan Pankoff, a former U.S. Deputy National Intelligence Officer on the Middle East, says that Trump's unconventional diplomatic approach carries both risk and opportunities. On one hand, engaging Hamas directly could make it easier to get the U.S. hostages out and help reach a long-term agreement, according to Panoff, now at the Atlantic Council think tank. On the other hand, there's a reason that the U.S. doesn't usually negotiate with terrorist groups directly, but the life of this American is at stake. Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, plans to return to the region in the next coming days to work out a way either to extend the first phase 1 of the Gaza ceasefire deal or to help advance phase 2. Fighting in Gaza has been halted since January 19th, and Hamas has exchanged 33 Israeli hostages and 5 from Thailand, and Israel has released 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and criminals, and Israel's authorities believe fewer than half of the remaining 59 hostages are still alive. And that's true. The number I'm getting, my sources are getting, is 24 hostages are alive, 39 are dead. Now, there's a lot of people still involved in this. It's a very, very, very sensitive and a very, very dangerous and volatile situation taking place in the Middle East. I'll leave a short explanation. I can't. Mike responded to me at 1:37 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. It's the first time I heard from him since Monday evening. Of course, Mike is planning on being with me Thursday night, and I think we can go into more detail into what he's talking about. But in this email, I can tell you that it's It's a pretty lengthy paragraph. It is dark, and it has to do with the enemies of the United States. And I'm going to leave it right there because I really can't read this here. Matter of fact, we just got a notice from YouTube. I mean, it's been sent out to everyone that no one is to talk about Ukraine war at all. YouTube is forbidding it now. All of a sudden, you can't talk about it. You can't exploit it. You can't endorse it, and you can't condone it. So, that's that war. Okay. And then the Middle East is a different situation. And then what about threats against America? If you want to know what Mike said, I read the entire lengthy paragraph at my Patreon channel. It's, let me just see what it's titled. I just did it. Okay. It's called, Mike from Around the World. It's inevitable. Okay. Just, you need to go and listen to it. People are already doing that. I just posted it before I came on here. I promised you on YouTube that as soon as I heard from Mike, I would tell you that I heard. Everybody's been asking me. Mike from Around the World has responded. He has responded, and it's it's a sobering. You need to hear it. Okay. I'll be talking to him on Thursday night. We'll see how much of this information we can get from him on Thursday night. But I promised you I would tell you when I heard from him. He sent me that last response was on Monday night. He has just responded at 1:37 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, just about 2 hours ago. I have just posted it on Patreon, the complete response. If you want to hear it, you got to go listen to it there. I can't read it here. I'm so sorry, but I just can't. Okay? And if you type in the chat room below, in the comments, if you type the word clickbait, you will be eliminated from this channel. I'm not taking that no more. So don't do it. Even if you're thinking it, get it out of your head. Don't type it. Don't take a cheap shot at me. I'm doing my very best to be honest with the people who want to know. But if you type that down there in the comment, I will remove you from my channel. So I recommend don't do that, okay? Because I'm doing my very, very best to help bring the information to you. If you want to hear what Mike said in its entirety, the entire response, go to my Patreon channel. It's very easy, and you make a commitment, you make a contribution, you give whatever you want. Most people give $5 a month, but you can give $1. You can give $100. You can give whatever you want, okay? But you have to give at least $1. That's the way Patreon is set up, okay? And I want you to go and become a partner there anyway. You're helping us spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And if you don't want to be, just don't leave anything negative, okay? All right, I love you guys. I'll be back. And as soon as, if Mike, and I actually responded to Mike, I just want you to know this. I actually sent him back an email, and I'm waiting to see if he'll respond to that. He may, or he may just wait till Thursday night. We'll see. But if he does respond, I will share that. I will tell you that on YouTube. If I can read it, I will. If I can't, I'll leave it at Patreon. Doing the best I can. I've been with you for 15 years. I've given 17,000 free videos. Trust me, I want to read it to you, but I can't if I will be penalized by the thought police or whoever they are out there. I love all of you. Let's play a song. Webinar interviews, yes. If you want to be a part of the webinar interviews, please, I'll explain that, how to do that in a video tomorrow morning, okay?
Saturday was silent.
Patreon.
And surely it was through.
Patreon.com/Paul Begley. There it is.
Since when
Click.
has impossible ever stopped you.
And go sign up for Patreon. If you are one, go there now and watch.
Is Sunday's empty tomb. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? This is the sound of a dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again.
Yeah, the secret meeting's not secret anymore. That's right.
Grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
We're trying to get that one American out of there alive.
Pentecostal fire, stirring something new. You're not gonna run out of miracles anytime soon. Your resurrection power, it runs in my veins too. I believe there's another miracle here in this room. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. My God is able to save and deliver and heal.
I'm sure it will meet our standards. X words of wisdom.
That he wants to.
So tomorrow morning, watch on how you can share your experience.
On the bones of Elisha.
I'll do a video on it tomorrow morning, how to do it.
Anything that he can do. Just as the stone that was rolled at the tomb in the garden. What happens when God says to move?
No, Mike is not coming on right now.
Moving it now.
He will tomorrow night.
Feel him do it.
But he has left a response,
Feel him do it.
and it's at Patreon.
Do it now. Do it now. This is the sound of
Thank you.
dry bones rattling.
Thank you, Judy.
Yeah, this is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again.
$1 ours, guys. $1.
Dry bones rattling.
If you want to, you don't have to. I'll be right here for you every day. It's not Patreon, Patriot, it's Patreon.
Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and I will put my spirit in you, and I will place you
Thank you, Storm
in your
Wolf.
own land, and you shall live. I will place you in your own land. You shall live.
Thank you. Thank you, Juanita.
Live.
Sorry about that, Jan. I didn't realize that. Sorry. Jesus is the way. Kevin, just stick with me. My YouTube videos are free. Of course, it takes a lot of effort, money, and time to bring forth good content for everyone, but all of my YouTube videos are free, 17,000 of them. And my Patreon channel is where I put very exclusive content that's I can't read it or I won't be here. Okay, I won't be here on YouTube if I share this information. So very important to have a Patreon channel for that. Now, last night I did a live broadcast. Of course, we watched the joint session of Congress. We watched it together with it, and I even invested and put a chat room in for that evening, and we had a great time last night. I'll do everything I can. I do everything I can. And everyone else does, and I know you all do everything you can. So collectively, together, if we all work together, we can do this. We can do this. So all right, Kevin. So it's not that much. It's only $1, Kevin, or $5. The average contribution to our Patreon channel is average about $5. Some people give more, some give less. It averages out to about $5 a person, pretty well. So you give what you want, okay? I just want you to know that it is definitely affordable. It definitely is affordable. You can do it for $1, okay? And everybody can do that, I know. Even the illegals, illegal immigrants can do $1. Everybody can do $1. So, all right, guys, and that's the best I can do, okay? I can't read that here. Or I could just not even tell you that he's sending me any information and just not share it. I wouldn't get beat up as much, but you wouldn't know what's going on either. So I'm doing my best. All right, guys, I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. Go to Patreon right now. Sign up real quick. Oh, by the way, for those of you who want to leave your testimony or want to be interviewed at part of the webinar, okay? You can do that. I'm going to leave you a link right now. This here is the link, but I will explain it very, very, I'll do a video just on explaining how you can be interviewed. There's the link, the riverside.fm/studio/PBP Paul Begley Jr. You know, my son will do. So we'll be taping Friday from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., okay? And if you want to give your experience about the alien, whether you've seen a UFO, you had an encounter with what you think was an alien or a reptilian or a Nephilim or a demonic entity or an interdimensional entity or a gray or a tall white or a black-eyed child, whatever that you've experienced, or something came in and paralyzed you to, whatever, you felt like you were abducted and you've got whatever, because thousands of people are experiencing. There's no question people are. The question is, what are they experiencing, and can we help them understand it? And that's the purpose of this webinar. It's going to be very, very important. We've got great speakers, plus we're going to interview you all who have had experiences. We want you to share that, okay? We want you to share it. And so tomorrow I'll explain how you'll be able to log on and share your experience so that we can put that on the webinar. You do not have to give your identity if you don't want to. You can if you want to. You don't have to. You can go on camera, or you can just be on audio and not show your face. You can do whatever you want to do. You'll get to decide that. We just want to hear and see and understand what it is that people are experiencing out there. And then we want to help you understand what it is you're dealing with, okay? And Mike from around the world will also be one of our speakers in this, and is going to help in that process. He's been talking a lot about these sub-ocean characters, what's known now, the government. Mike's been talking about this for 2 years, off and on with me. But finally, the government admitted just a couple weeks ago that there is what's called a USO, unidentified subterranean object. USO. So there's UFOs, unidentified flying objects, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, and now USOs, unidentified subterranean objects coming out from underneath the ocean or from the depths of the earth, which is really what Apollyon is, a USO. So we are really, really, really dealing with some. Thank you, Miss CD. I'll put that up there if you want. There it is. If you encounter aliens and you want to be a guest, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Miss CD. There's the link, okay? https://riverside.fm/studio/PBP Paul Begley Jr.'s JRS -studio. There's the link. And what you'll do is you will log on to that link. You'll wind up in a studio. You'll wind up in this studio, and my son Paul Begley Jr. will then communicate with you and put you in the queue and get you ready to be interviewed from me, okay? And this will be used for the webinar. So this is an opportunity for you to share your experience, which will be greatly helpful to many, many others who've experienced things that is unexplained. All right, guys, I'll be back. Go to my Patreon channel. Go to the Patreon channel and watch the video. I just posted it on Mike from Around the World's response. You've been wanting to know it. I've been waiting for it. I just received it, and I just posted it. It's at my Patreon. I'll be back with more. And don't forget, I'll be on with Melvin Whittington tonight on www.ffctv.church on Getting Ready show. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. I'll see you guys. God bless. Are you saved? Because Jesus is coming.